Hi, this is Ladey from Keep Unfrozen Ministries. I'm continuing the theme of love. It is February after all, and I hope you had a great time during Valentine's. But what about love being rooted? What does that mean? What is it that roots you in love? Is it, a time thing? Is it the more time you spend with somebody, the more you love them? Or could it be the opposite even? Is it those time of memory building activities or events when something happens and it just bonds you with that person and it goes down in your memory as something that you will remember for the rest of your life, and remember the person, the feelings, the atmosphere, and just everything about that particular moment? Is it the knowledge that your love is shared, that is genuinely returned, and the more you give, the more you get back? And where does God appear? Where does he factor in this question of what is it that you love? Now we know the Bible is just stacked with verse upon verse of how special you are, how you're a favourite in his eyes, and how much God loves you. So why is it sometimes hard to love him back? Is it hard for you? Is it something that ebbs and flows, that kind of when you remember? Or do you think you maybe don't deserve that love? There's lots of different facets on this. But what about God's love? How do you get it? Well, actually, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to earn God's love. It is there. That's why Jesus came, to give his love for you and I. You don't have to memorize all the verses in the Bible and to be able to, just rattle them off your tongue whenever you're asked. You don't have to be praying constantly. You don't have to be doing good works. Now, they will help, and it's rather nice when you can, but you don't have to. There's nothing you can do to earn God's love. He just is love, and he loves you. He loves me. And it's delight, because when you're loved, it means you can react and behave in a very different way. You don't get as angry with other people. You don't become, bigoted, or there's so many things that God's love helps you not to become, the negative side of life. And if you do become that, you've got a quick way of going and being reminded that he forgave you. Therefore, isn't it your turn to forgive somebody else? God is so many things. He's the judge, he's our Father, but love is the centre of it all, which makes this whole February time even more special when you can remember that. Now, one of the first things God did to prove his love for us was to give us the 10 Commandments. And the very first one is that you shall not have any other gods. You shall not love any other gods apart from him. So he's just saying, you don't need all these others. I am everything that you could possibly want, need, and love. And Jesus explained it even more. He expanded it. He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your soul. Now, when you do that, doesn't that make a big, big difference? Perhaps you love other people, or a pet, or activities in which you give your heart, your soul, and your mind. Can you think of anything? What does it mean? Does it mean 24 hours a day you're doing that particular activity, or the thing you love, or want to be with that person that you love and give everything to it and to them? What sort of response do you get from that? Does it feed you? Is your love returned? Do they stand up for you? Do they root for you, if you forgive the pun? God does. It gives some interesting conversations, doesn't it? But a love with God, a love affair with God, is a two-way relationship. He's the only one who's with you every single day, and he's the only one who will never leave you or forsake you, and will be with you even after death. How many other love affairs can say that? Let me know what you think. Lady Adey, keep unfrozen.